These were strong words from NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg, who said that whilst he had been surprised at the speed of the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan, there had been a clear-eyed choice of the NATO alliance about whether or not to withdraw troops from the country. He said that that choice was either following the full withdrawal of the United States or increasing NATO's troop presence in the country and resuming combat operations. However, Jens Stoltenberg did warn the Taliban that there needed to be the safe passage of those who wished to evacuate the country. And there was the full blame of the events of the last few days on Afghanistan's political class. He said that this was a failure of political leadership in the country. Here's NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg speaking in Brussels from NATO's headquarters.
What we have seen in the last few weeks was a military and political collapse at the speed which had not been anticipated. Because ultimately, the Afghan political leadership failed to stand up to the Taliban and to achieve the peaceful solution that Afghans desperately wanted. This failure of Afghan leadership led to the tragedy we are witnessing today.
Foreign Affairs ministers from the European Union have also held emergency talks here in Brussels designed at looking at how to prevent a humanitarian and migration crisis as a result of the events of the last few days, amid fear that hardline Islamic rule in Afghanistan will lead to the exodus of millions of people. France and Greece are amongst those European nations who are concerned about a repeat of the 2015 migration crisis here in Europe, with fears that those fleeing Afghanistan could attempt to make their way to European shores. Certainly Greece has come out and says that it doesn't want to see a repeat of the 2015 crisis, which saw more than 1 million people cross its borders. France has talked about its desire to prevent what it's described as irregular migration flows. Others are taking a softer line. Germany says that it will be rescuing some 10,000 people from the country, including its own personnel, but also Afghan citizens who have worked with German authorities and diplomatic efforts on the ground. The United Kingdom is also working to evacuate thousands of people over the coming days. For the moment, we're told that Kabul airport is secure, allowing for the safe evacuation of those people, but certainly there will be more crisis talks amongst European leaders in the coming days and weeks to come. Lucy Hough, SABC News, Brussels.